Hi everyone, welcome to the DataGen channel. So today I come with our next class of SQL series where we will see SQL command. Okay, so in the last class I have just covered that what is data, what is database, what is RDBMS, the introduction of the SQL. So today we'll start the SQL command. What is SQL? So first of all, we need to understand what is SQL. So SQL stand for a structured query language. So this is just a language which is support in all the RDBMS, okay, which is used to access your data and manipulate the data in the database. Okay, so with the help of SQL query, we can create the table, we can alter the table, we can create the database, we can insert the record, delete the record, update the record, everything we can do with the help of this language itself. Okay, so what are the things we can do with the help of SQL? What SQL can do? So the first, SQL can execute queries against the against the database. SQL can create the table, create the views, create the database, create the stored procedure. SQL can alter the table. Means we can modify the table structure. SQL can drop the table. SQL can truncate the table. SQL can insert the record, insert the data, or you can say record into the table. SQL can delete the record from table. SQL can update the records from table. SQL can retrieve the retrieve or you can say extract the records from table. SQL can set permission on tables, procedure, and views. So the last one is SQL can set the permission on tables, procedure, and views. So normally what will happen whenever you will create the table, right? So with the help of SQL, you can give the permission to different people. Let's say you can give permission only that other user can only see the data, extract the data, but they cannot delete the table. They cannot delete the records. They cannot update the records. Okay, so you just give the permission only readable permission so that other person can only read that one. So that we will see with the help of SQL command. So in real time also, when you work in the company, right? So there are different environment is there, like development server, production server. So in production server, the live data will be there. Okay, so there will be admin team will be there. So in production, you will not get access to insert the record or delete the record, but you will get only the read permission. Means you can only fetch the records, you can perform some transformation, you can see the records from the procedure, you can execute the procedure, you can run the views. So only the you can only you will get the permission to execute the query and get the data, but you cannot do any manipulation on the table, procedure and views in production level. But in development level, you will get all the permission. You can delete the table also, you can delete the procedure also, everything you can do. Because as a developer, we are working in a development environment only, right? So while doing the testing and all those things, while developing any code and anything, so we are doing just development, so there you will get the permission. But in production, you cannot delete that one, the records, because if you delete the records, if you delete the table, then again it will be blunder, because those are the live data, those are connected with direct applications. So admin team will not give you permission to perform such operation like delete the table, insert the record, update the record. So admin team with the help of SQL query, they will set the permission on particular tables, that in this particular table you have only this access, only readable access is there. They will also give the or set the permission on the procedure, that in this procedure you cannot modify the procedure, but you can execute the procedure and get the data. Okay, so these are the things done by the SQL. Now the next we will see what is the types of command in SQL. So in that previous section I have told, right, that what SQL can do, right? So SQL can create the table, delete the table, insert the record, update the record, right? So all those things SQL will do. Now all those things will be SQL categorized into different commands. Okay, so what are the commands we have? So the first command we have DDL command, data definition language. Data definition language. Then we have DML command. DML command. Data manipulation language. Third, we have DQL command. Data query language. Then fourth, we have DCL command. Data control language. Okay, so these are the four commands are there which will perform a different operations. Okay, so DDL command is nothing but data definition language. So this command will with deal with only the table structure. This with the help of DDL command, we will only create the table, means table structure, like what are the column name we have, and each column what are the data types we have. So those are your table structure. So with the help of DDL command, we can only deals with the table structure. Like we can create the table, we can create the views, we can create the procedure, we can create the yeah, so we can create the views and all those things, and we can also alter the table, we can drop the table, we can truncate the table, we can rename the table, we can drop the views. So all those things comes under your DDL command. So it deals with table structure. So with the help of DDL command, we cannot insert the data, update the data, select the records. That we cannot do that one. With the help of DDL command, we are only create the table, okay, what we can do. So what are the commands we have in this? We have create command. Okay. Second, we have alter command. Third, we have rename command. Fourth, we have truncate command, truncate. And fifth, we have drop command. So with the help of create command, we can create the table, we can create the views, we can create the procedure. With the help of alter command, we will modify the table. Okay. So modify the table means, let's say you have already created the table. Now you got the requirement that in this table, you want to add more columns. Okay. That means you are performing a modification on the existing table. Means you are adding more column into the existing table. So in that case, we should use this alter command. Then rename command, what it will do, it will rename the table. If you want to change the column name, table name, you can do that one. Then there is a truncate command is there. So truncate command, what it will do, it will make your table empty. Drop command, what it will do, it will drop the table permanently. So even you have created the table, and in that table, let's say data is also present. So when you drop that table, along with the data, table will also removed permanently. So one by one we will see. Okay, first we will see the create command. So let's go to our MySQL workbench and let's create this table. So now we are in our MySQL workbench, and here we will see one by one DDL command, and I will show you practically what are the things we can do with that DDL command. So whenever you are coming into the MySQL workbench, in the first class only I have explained, right, that directly you cannot create the table, create the stored procedure of views directly in the MySQL workbench. First you need to go into that database. Okay. And then inside that database only you can create the table, you can create the views and all. Okay, so first what I will do, I will create the database. So for that the command is create database, and I need to give the database name. Let's say here I'm giving my SQL series database. Okay, this is my database name. This is my database name. So the command is create a database and database name and execute this one. Now, when you execute this one, if you see here, there is a schemas is there, right? So these are my database already present in my MySQL workbench. So once I will execute this one, this database will be available here. So let me execute this code. Now, if I will refresh this one, you see here, MySQL series is created. Okay. Now, inside this series, right now, there is no table is created. So now I have created the database. Now I need to go inside this database. So for that, we need to execute this command. Use MySQL series and now execute this code. Now you are inside this database. Now inside this database, let's say how many tables are already there. So I will write show tables and execute this code. Right now, see, there is no table present in this database because I have not created the table inside this database. So now we will create the our first table using create command. So here, okay. So this is the first command, okay, DDL command. Create the new fresh table. So here you need to write this command like this, create table, and you need to give the table name. This is your table name, and then you need to open the bracket. Then you need to understand that what column name you need to define in this table because you are creating the table structure. So here I am saying that I need the column name. This is my column name, and this is the data type. Data type means in this column what type of value I want to store. So this employee ID, normally this is the employee ID, right? So here we will store the number because employee IDs are in the number format. So that's why I have given the type is int type. So here I can store only the integer type data. Then again employee name, this is my column, and the varchar is the data type for this. That means in this I can store the employee name like string type values, character type value I want to store in this column. That's why I have given the varchar. And what is this 20? 20 is nothing but you are giving some limitation that in this column you cannot insert any name whose character is less than, sorry, whose character is greater than 20. If you want to insert any name in this column whose character is more than 20, then it will throw you the error. So here I am giving the limitation that max you can insert any name whose character is 20. Okay, then this is my and next column name, employee location, and the data type for this. Then again hire date. Now in this hire date means like a particular employee when they got hired. Okay, so that date we need to give, and for that the data type will be your date type call date type. Okay, so here because we want to store the date type like month, year, and day, so that format we need to insert the record here. So for that data type will be date. Then there is a salary column. So in salary column, basically what will happen? We need to give the amount, right? Price. And in amount price, there will be decimal value is also there. Let's say 10,000.89, 10,000.09, like that. So here I am giving 10 comma 2. This 10 means before decimal, how many digit it can store. And after decimal, how many digit you want. So after decimal, it will insert only two digit. So for example, if I will take this one, salary, and here I will mention this, let's say this one, right? So let's say this is your column, okay? So when your column will be created like this, salary column, so here you can insert the data like this. Let's say 10,000, 10,000 like this, 09. So this 10 means before decimal, how much digit you can store. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this 8 is less than this 10, right? So maximum 10 digit you can keep here, not more than 10. And after decimal, how many digit you want? So I want only 2 digit. Even if I will give insert like this data, 10,000 like this and 9848. So here we have already mentioned 10 comma 2. That means SQL query, what it will do, it will eliminate the last 2 digit. After decimal, it will keep only 2 digit. So that's why I have given here 10 comma 2. So if you want after digit, if you want to store 5 digit, then you can write here 5. Then after decimal, you can keep here 5 digit. Okay. Let's come to here, and then here department id. Again in department id I want to store the numerical value. That's why I have given the int type. Now what I will do, I will execute this query. Now when I executed the query, here see it is saying that 0 affected. That means this green symbol means your table got created. Now let's see the table got created or not. So refresh this one, and you can see here this table got created. Now again if you write here show tables and execute this code, see here employee table got created. So we have successfully created our table. Okay. So the next one is create the table if table does not exist. So what is meaning? So now I have, let's say I have already created this table, correct? Now again, if I will execute this query, then it will throw me error. Why it will throw me error? It will say that employee table is already exist. So now again, let me execute this code. See here what error I am getting. Table employee table already exists. Okay. So if you create the query, create the table, sorry, with the help of this command, okay, then if table is already exist, then it will throw you the error. If table is not present, then it will create the table. Okay. So to avoid this situation, you can same query you can write in this way. Create table, and here you need to mention this one, if not exist command. If not exist command, what it will do? First, it will check that table is exist or not. If table is not exist, it will create the table. And if table is already present, then it will not create the table and it also not throw the error. Okay. So let me give this one. Same table name I'm using. Okay. Here, same table name. This table name I'm using. Okay, I'm using this same table. Now again, if I will execute this code, so what will happen, this table is already present, right? Already present. So now if I will execute the code, it will not throw me any error. Execute this one. See, it is just giving a warning message. This is not a error, this is just a warning message that this table is already present. Okay. And if this table is not present, then it will create the new table for you. So this is the query for this: create table if not exist employee table, and this is my column name and this is my data type. This is my column name, this is my data type. This is my column name, this is the data type. Now if you want to see the structure of the table, that means information of the table, description of the table, so there is a query something called desk, and you need to give here table name. If you execute this command, then you will get the output something like this. So again, in a tabular format, you will see the table structure. So it will tell that field, what are the fields are available in this table. So these are the field, means column name, what are the column name you have mentioned, and each column data type. These are the data types of each column, whatever you have mentioned. So this disk, what it will do, it will give you the description of the table. Okay. So employee ID and its data type, employee name, this is the data type, employee name, this is the data type. So all this information you will get here. Here right now there is a key is there, right? So this key is right now empty. So this we will see when we will understand what is constraint. Okay. So there we will see what is primary key, foreign key. So there are different constraints are there. Okay. Check constraint is there, not null constraint is there, unique constraint are there. So constraint is used to apply some rules and regulation on the table. Okay, those we will see in the constraint part. As of now, we are talking only how to create the table, how we can alter the table, those things. So now you create one more table similar like this. Okay. So if you got the requirement that you need to create the table similar like this with same structure, means with same column name, same data type. So again, you will write this query, right? So why you will write this again query? You don't need to write this query again and again, because if you have already the table present and same different table you want to create, okay, with same structure, so what you can do, you can execute this query: create table from existing table. So here you have to write like this: create table, this is your new table name, as select a star from this existing table. This is our existing table, right? Employee table is already present, where 1 equal to 2. So what this will do, it will create the table from this existing table. So here I am, when I'm execute this one. So first this query, what it will do, it will execute this query and it will bring the only column names. Okay. So if I will execute this query separately, execute this code, see here only the column name it is fetching here. It is it if in this table any data will be there, right? So here I have given the condition where 1 equal to 2. So 1 equal to 2, what it will do? It will give you the wrong condition. If there will be wrong condition, it won't fetch any record. It will just fetch the column names. And this column name we are inserting in this table while creating the table. So a new table will be created with this same column names. So whatever this query will fetch the column names from this table, that column name, with the help of that column name, we are creating a new table. This is called a creating table from existing table. So in company also, sometime whenever you do the development, so sometime you need to create the table from existing table. So instead of writing query from scratch, create table, table name, then defining the column name, data type, if already the table is present, so if I want to use the same structure, why should not I use this query? Create table, you need to give your new table name, and then as select star from employee where 1 equal to 2. Now if I will execute this query, okay, then you will see a new table will be created with the same structure. Execute this one. See here, new table got created. Now refresh this one. See here, two table is created. Employee new got created. Okay, and this was the our existing table. So if I want to see the description of this new table also, description. So description here I will write description and this table, and this is my new table, right? Execute this. See here, same table got created with same structure. Employee ID, data type is int. Employee name, data type is varchar. Employee location, varchar 20. Hire date, salary, decimal, department ID, int. So in this way, we can create the table from existing table. So this is the your create command. Next one is we will see the alter command. Now, what is this alter command? So with the help of alter command, we can modify the existing table. So what we have existing table? This, right? Employee table. Now in this employee table, what are the columns we have? Employee ID, employee name, employee location, hire date, salary, department ID. Correct. Now you got the requirement that that table is already exist. You need to add more column into this. You want to modify this table and you want to add more column into this. So for that, we can use the alter command. So with the help of alter command, you can add the new column into the existing table. If you want, you can also change the data type of these columns. Existing column data types also you can change. If you want to remove any column from this existing table, that also you can do. So one by one we'll see. So here I'm saying add the single column in the existing table. So for that, I need to write this command. Alter table, employee table, add city, and here I'm giving the data type varchar 10. So right now, if I will use this select or not select, here I will write this employee table. And if I will execute this code, here right now, see only this much of columns are present. Okay. Now with the help of alter command, what I do, I want to add a city column into this table, existing table. So for that, I will write alter table and your existing table name, and then you need to write this command, add column name and the data types. Now if I'll execute this code, now the query is executed. Again, I will write this description employee table. See here, city table got added into the existing table. So in this way, you can add the single column into the existing table. You can also add a multiple column at a time. For that, what you can do, here I have mentioned add multiple column in the existing table. So here what I'm doing, I'm saying alter table, same employee table, add, and in this bracket, you need to give the multiple column name state and the data type is varchar, because in state we are giving the state names, right? That is your string value, alphabetic character, right? So that's why we have used here varchar. Then again country also and its data type. So when you execute this code, now the table got altered. Now we'll see the again description of the same table. Execute this code. See here, two tables are got added. So with the help of single query, you can add multiple columns at a time. And the varchar is 10, varchar is 10. Both have given here data type, right? Varchar 10, varchar 10. So we are getting varchar 10, varchar 10 here. Now change or modify the data type of a single column in existing table. So here my requirement is that I want to change the data type of this column. So which column? City column. So in this city column, what is my data type? Varchar 10. Okay. I want to change this data type varchar to char. So for that, I need to write again alter command, alter table, employee table, existing table, and I need to say modify city. And here you need to give your new column, that new data type. So now when I will execute this code, you will see this data type will got changed. Okay. So execute this one and then I will execute this description. See here, city and data type got changed. Char 20. In this way, you can change the data type also. Now, how you can change the multiple column data type. So right now, if you see a state and country, varchar 10 10 is there, right? I want to again change this both state and country column char 10 and char 10. For that, I have written this query: alter table, same table name, modify state char 10 and modify country char 10. Execute this and then execute this description. See here, state and column got changed. Previously it was varchar, now it's char 10 and char 10. Okay. So in this way, you can modify the existing data type of the column. Now we'll see drop the existing column from the existing table. So right now we have, these are the column, okay, in this employee table. I want to, let's say I want to remove this. I want to remove the state and country. From this, I want to remove this state and country, this existing column from this table. So for that, I have written here alter table employee name, from which table you want to drop the column, and then drop is a command, and you need to give that column name. Then again drop and the column name. Now, when you execute this query, your column will be deleted. Now again here I will write description, desk employee table. Now execute this one. See here, those two column got removed from the existing table. So in this way, you can drop the column also. Now, how you can rename the column name? So right now here, if you see my column name is right department ID, depth ID. So I want to change this depth ID to the department ID, this department ID. So for that, you need to write alter table employee table, rename column name, so sorry, column keyword, and then which column you want to rename. So department ID, this department ID I want to rename to department ID. So when you execute this query, again you just perform your description of the table, desk employee table. Execute this one. Yeah. So if you see here, right? So department ID. So depth ID is changed to the department ID. So in this way, you can rename the column also in this query. Okay. Now come to this. The next one, how we can rename the table name. So if you see in this database, the table name is employee underscore table. I want to change this table name into something else. So here I need to say rename table employee. So this is my existing table, right? Table. I want to rename this table, this employee table, to employee rename table, renamed table. So this is the new table name. Okay. Renamed. Now execute this code. So now it is successfully created. Now if I will refresh this one, you can see this table this table name got changed. Okay. See here, table name got changed. So in this way, you can rename the table. So now what is truncate command? Truncate will make your table empty. As of now, right now, I don't have any records into this table. Select star. So we have changed our table name employee underscore rename. Okay. So we should give select star from employee renamed table, because we changed our table name. If I will write employee table, it will throw me error because that table now does not exist. The table name got changed. So if I will execute this code, right now here there is no record is there. So what I will do, I will insert some record here. I will insert some record here. So let me write this into employee renamed values. So what is the table structure we have? What are the columns we have? So employee ID. So for that, here I need to give the value. So don't worry about the insert query. I will explain this in the DML command. Okay, just now let me insert the record. So one, the name, let's say I'm giving Akash, comma, LOC, let's say Bangalore, hire date, let's say I will give hire date, uh, 2023, 11, comma, 14, like this. And then So this is the year, this is the month, and this is the date format. Okay, in this format, you need to insert the record in the higher date. Then salary, let's say 10,000. Then department, let's say 101, and city is, let's say, uh here again I am giving Bangalore only. Okay. Now execute this query. Now one record got affected. Okay. After this, you need to execute this commit command so that it will permanently saved into the table. So now when I will execute this code, see here one record is inserted, right? Now when I now in this table we have a records, right? So now if we have records in the table and then we can perform the truncate command, then this truncate command, what it will do, it will make this table empty. Means it will remove the complete records. Here I have only one record. Let's say here you have 10 million record is there. So if you perform truncate table and table name, it will only remove the complete 10 million records from the table, but it will not delete the table. The table structure will be there. So let's execute this code. Now I executed the truncate command. Now again I will write this select star from employee rename. This select, what it will do, it will extract the records which is available in this table. So when you execute this command, see no table is available, but table structure is there. So it will not delete the table permanently, only it will remove the complete data. Means it will make your table empty. Table structure will be there. Then the next one is your drop command. Now drop command, what it will do, it will drop the data as well as table also permanently. So again let me insert this record, okay, into this table, and then perform this commit command. And again if I will execute this select star rename, again see table is inserted here and I am getting this record. Now what I will do, I will drop this table, rename the table. Now execute this code. Now when you executed this one, it will permanently deleted from the database itself. Now here if you refresh, now inside C you can see only one table is there. It removed the table itself permanently from the database. Again if you want to, so from here also you can verify that table is removed, or you can do like this, show tables. Execute, only one table is there. That employee rename table got deleted permanently. So drop command will drop the data if data is present in the table, as well as it will drop the table structure also permanently from the database. So this is your DDL command, guys. Okay, so whatever I have explained, this is enough for anyone. Okay, whether it's a experienced person or let's say fresher person, this much of knowledge for DDL command is enough. So thank you guys. So if you like my videos, so please subscribe, share the video with your friends, and please comment if you have any doubt. Okay, so thank you.